Hey everyone, I'm Bishop Trevor, and this is a discipleship moment. And today I want to talk about money. Yes, money. If we're talking about discipling people, Jesus talked about money all the time. He talked about the rich man. We talked about the young man who went away broken because Jesus let him know your love of riches is not going to work. It is important that we understand money and wealth and resources within the context of following the Lord. So let's just talk from the beginning. We often focus on tithe, so why not start there? Tithing. We believe in giving the first fruit of our increase. We believe in giving 10%. Tithe means 10. So yes, we teach it. But when do we begin teaching it? Yes, we have to teach it in our Bible studies and whatever construct of your Sunday school or teaching moments. You have to preach on tithing. We have to do that. We have to do that annually. But I will say, in terms of preaching and teaching, one of the things our church did when we were pastoring is we did a whole church teaching. So our messages were on it. Our everything from nursery all the way up to adults, it was the same lesson taught for them so that they could go home and ask questions and have conversations. And so it usually was a whole church 4-week plan that we did annually on stewardship. So in terms of tithing, make sure you teach your children how to tithe in the classes, and you teach the parents, and so that the parents can help. In fact, if you need to help them, sometimes you seed them $1 so that they learn to give 10. Help them understand the tithe. Now, secondly, not only the tithe, help them understand missions. Help them understand free will offerings, helping the gospel ministry. When we were youth pastoring, our youth ministry purchased a machine. We call it the mission machine. And we, sold candy and pop and everything. And the church, and particularly the youth ministry, they understood that every dime went towards missions. So we built churches with that machine. We counted. It was just so exciting. We also, in another church, one of the things we did, starting with the little children, we gave them penny bottles. And so everyone would look for pennies, nickels, dimes, quarters, and they would bring them in and we would count them and we would let them know how much each student was giving towards missions. It's just very important. So you have to teach them on the significance of the gospel beyond this local church. That's number 2. Now, number 3, family. You have to teach pastors, you have to teach members that a part of our discipleship is taking care of our family members. What does 1 Timothy say? If you do not take care of your family, you are worse than an infidel, worse than an unbeliever. So you actually have to teach that passage. Teach about the responsibility of fathers to children and mothers to children and children to parents and grandparents. Teach them about the stewardship of this reality and build it into the church. Celebrate it. Celebrate when you have a child who takes care of their parents in old age, or parents who are raising kids and telling stories about putting away for college, or putting away for weddings, or putting away. You want to celebrate that because it is biblical to care for your family. Now, we know in the law, particularly in Leviticus, we see the scripture telling us, what is it, in 18, 19, 21, we see in these chapters, you do not eat all of what you have, but you leave a portion for the gleaners. And so the principle is always there. We budget 10% for our tithing, and we budget our free will offering, budget our family contributions and bills, and budget giving to people in need. My wife and I, we've helped people in communities. We've adopted families, and it's very important. The widows, the orphans, those in financial need. So you connect with the school and you find out who who's not having a Christmas because someone died in their life. You have to teach stewardship beyond your finance, beyond your tithe, beyond giving to our local church. We have to give to our neighbors in need. And then, of course, you also want to teach your people to invest, teach them to save, teach them against debt and how debt destroys families. It destroys our witness. It creates an environment that tempts people to even steal, that tempts people to give up. Debt is evil as a lifestyle. And we want to help our people, teach them. Consider Dave Ramsey and his Financial Peace University. Consider Ron Blue. Consider Buster Soares. There are so many Christian finance ministries that help families with savings, investments, and those kinds of things. And so we want a holistic response to money. Money is not evil. It's how we use it that matters to God. And the church has a significant role in discipling our adults, discipling our families so that they use their resources for the glory of God and the love of their neighbor. I'm Bishop Trevor, and this is a discipleship moment. I'm Bishop Trevor, and this is a discipleship moment.